Hey everyone, Scott Cunningham, aka Scottsy Business. So today we're going to be talking about blockchain services, resources, tools, just a bunch of different things that I've compiled into a big list, things that I've been using myself, things that I've been recommended, a ton of different things. I've also done reviews on a lot of these, and I've done interviews with people from the executive team of the companies working on these projects. Lots and lots of stuff to dive into. Interestingly enough, I only made this to sort of make room for my comprehensive review that's coming out very soon. So this wasn't supposed to be a comprehensive look at all the resources and things, because I'm sure there's a lot more than the 60-ish we're going to look at right now. But this is what I've been using and testing myself. Obviously, there's way more. And this could also just be a good opportunity for people to comment different things in the comments below for me to take a look at, review, and then maybe come back and I'll do another version of this as well, in the same way that I'm doing reviews for my comprehensive social media platform. So with that being said, let's dive in. So the beginning, I wanted to start off with going through some swap exchanges. Again, some of these will be much more focused on the actual tool, but I will still give you guys my recommendations of the things I'm using for exchanges, swap exchanges, and crypto wallets. Everything else is a lot more succinct for like a resource or a tool that you might want to be taking advantage of that utilizes the blockchain or crypto. But I do want to go through some of the exchanges and different things that I'm using, because I do get a lot of people asking me what I suggest. Most of them are pretty good. There isn't a whole lot of benefits or drawbacks unless they don't have a certain crypto coin that you're looking to trade or whatever it might be. And also make sure to store your crypto on a wallet, not on the exchange itself. So with that being said, I do have a video here linked explaining the entirety of swap exchanges and why they're so important. But really briefly, we'll look at one of these maybe, and I'll just explain. So the main idea for for swap exchanges, I was just reading block trades there, is that you don't have to, sign up. You don't have to KYC verify. You can avoid all of these annoying things, and especially for people who don't want to share, give up their privacy or share any of that stuff, that's really big for them. So a swap exchange is very, very important for people who want to avoid those issues. Also, people who are newer to crypto, it might actually be a lot easier for you to use this, or you may end up saving money on fees by swapping around a bunch of different exchanges to be able to do what you want to do, versus just using a swap exchange. While they will take a small fee, I believe it is worth it, and I personally use swap exchanges all the time. Simple swap is good for swapping anything. So, right, like I use library a lot. So if I want to buy library coins or sell library coins, I can do that pretty easily. There's lots and lots of coins on here, including a lot of ERC20 tokens. But if you're trying to trade ERC20 tokens that you may not be able to find on other swap exchanges, the best possible place you can do this is on Uniswap, because you can actually add custom tokens. Luckily now they include all the tokens that you own to make your life a lot easier. But if you're looking for a custom token, you can use Etherscan, which is just a platform that allows you to look up ERC20 tokens. And then, say I wanted to trade FRM from the Ferrum network. Let's just type in Ferrum network to make sure we get the correct one here. So now we go to the Ferrum network, and then I take the token contract address here, and then I can drop it in here. And now I'm able to trade for Ferrum. So this will allow you to essentially tap into any exchange. You might pay a bit more fees to do this, but a very easy way to exchange. The only major drawback right now is ETH gas fees. But once we get into ETH 2.0, I'm sure that won't be as big of an issue. So aside from ETH gas fees, you can basically trade anything here. Very, very awesome. You can also fund liquidity pools if you're trying to make some money that way as well, which is a whole other thing. We'll have to talk about liquidity pools in a different episode. But yeah, these are all just different block. I keep saying block because I'm reading this. These are all different swap exchanges. They all offer different coins. Some offer more than others. I think SimpleSwap offers the most of what I've seen, and then Uniswap offers everything in the ERC20 space. So those are my kind of go-tos, but I've used all of them, and I still continue to use all of them. Like I use block trades when I'm trading Hive, for example. So there's different benefits and drawbacks to these, but I really, really like swap exchanges compared to normal exchanges. By the way, these aren't all in a row, so it'll just be random categories as we go through. So for tracking crypto, again, while I'm sure there's other good platforms and applications, Blockfolio is by far the best. It is no comparison. I've just preferred it so much more than any other platform, and it's just made my life a million times easier. I also have a review of it. While that is pretty old, because that's such an old review, I will just very, very briefly show this to you on my screen. I don't have my phone screen share stuff going, so it's not going to look, amazing, but this is generally what it looks like on the phone. So you can just see your entire portfolio at the top here. And if you click on that, you can see what that looks like over time. As you can see, my portfolio is doing very well. If you guys want to see me do a video overview of my portfolio and different things I'm doing, I'm sure people would want to see that. So if you guys request that enough, I will absolutely do that. But I didn't try to go and set out to do that because I don't want people trying to copy my buys, and then they're obviously not doing it at the same time as me. So then maybe they end up losing a lot of money and then blaming me because they're just copying my portfolio. But you can see all of your coins. You can set alerts for price changes. It is extremely, extremely useful, and it's free. So there's really no reason why anyone shouldn't be using it. If you know of anything better, though, definitely let me know, because I'm always looking for, good applications and things to use. But by far, this has been the best for tracking my crypto and just keeping me on top of things with alerts. You can also get news for the various coins that you're following. Really, really useful. In terms of spending crypto, again, I have a video on a bunch of the different ways that you can do that. Bitvo and LocalCoin are Canadian companies that offer prepaid Visa cards that you can load with cryptocurrency. They have different fee structures, so you can figure out which one is the best for you. You can check out my review of these here, and that'll give you the whole breakdown. If you're not in Canada, there's a lot of other coins or crypto cards that you can load coins onto. Most of them are in the United States. It's going to be hard to find one outside of the United States. Like I know Crypto.com, Wirex, BitPay. There's a lot of different solutions out there. But I'm only recommending the two that I have tested myself because, again, these are available to Canadians. A lot of those other cards I just listed are not available to Canadians. So, do your own research for that. But I highly recommend using a crypto Visa. It is very, very easy, and it's really fun. It's fun to be able to pay with things in crypto because you're really living that reality and that solution for the future. BitRefill allows you to buy and reload gift cards using crypto, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't create a taxable event, and or if it does, it's like private, it's anonymous, and they don't keep your information. So you should probably be able to spend your crypto without having to maybe, claim it. So that's something to consider. You can watch my video there. I've also done I've done an interview with the CEO, Sergey Kotliar. I believe that's how you say his name. Really, really awesome. I use it all the time. I pay for everything, Uber, Amazon, you name it. Purse.io is also a really interesting platform where you can buy discounted Amazon items, and essentially it will allow you to do so by someone else buying it, and then you're paying them in crypto. So it is a very private and anonymous way for people to get crypto, and it is a way for you to cheaply acquire Amazon items. You do have to wait for someone to fulfill the order. So, the more discount you're asking for, the longer you might have to wait, but it is a great way to save a ton of money. And I haven't actually used it myself, but I've been recommended by a lot of people, and they said it's just as fast as regularly ordering. So I think that's really, really cool. Real quick though, actually, since we were just talking about Bitrefill and I didn't actually show it, let's take a quick look at Bitrefill. Again, I have a video breaking down this whole thing, exactly how it works, but it's very easy. You just come onto the platform, you click the gift card that you'd like to buy, you buy the amount that you would like, and then you add it to your cart. You also see that you get rewards here. So if you sign up, you'll earn rewards over time. And actually right now I have $5 worth of rewards that I can spend, which is really, really cool. And then you can choose whatever cryptocurrency you'd like to spend with. Usually I just use Dash because it's the fastest, and it's very, very easy. Just send to this, scan this QR code and send to it, or send to this address. It takes mere seconds. It detects it. It gives you the code instantly. You just redeem that and you got your money. It is so easy. Can't stress enough. You can watch me do the actual thing on this video here, and it literally takes like 30 seconds. Bills is a way to pay online bills. Now, I haven't actually gotten the chance to test any of these yet, but I will be testing these next month when my bills come in, and I will be doing a full video breakdown on these. I just wanted to make sure I included some bill solutions. I did sign up and I made sure that I could pay. So it seems like these all work fine, but I just haven't actually tested them yet. So, be wary of that. But I will be doing that very soon, and maybe I'll update this or whatever, or in the next video version of this, I will have the updated information for you guys. In terms of privacy, Bitcoin Mixer is really good. It allows you to mix ETH, Litecoin, or Bitcoin, and it's just mixing it in with a bunch of different transactions and then sending it. That is expensive though, in terms of the fees that you have to pay. So, most people will opt into using Monero instead, but I would rather use Dapscoin because they've found a few flaws in Monero, and then they solved that with Dapscoin, and they patched all those issues. I talk about it with Andrew Huntley from Dapscoin in this video here, so you can check that out. Highly recommend Dapscoin. I own a bunch myself. Tornado.cash is another privacy thing that allows you to send transactions privately on Ethereum. These aren't perfect ways to earn crypto. I mean, these are mostly mediocre, because the really good ways to earn crypto are on blockchain social media platforms, which I'll be doing my full review for very soon. But regardless, let's talk about these. This one allows you to just set up a paywall. So you can just host any content and then just have a paywall before someone can actually check that content out. So you could have like an unlisted YouTube video or whatever you decide to do, and then just put up a paywall. And that is one way to do it. I prefer just using blockchain social media platforms. It's a lot easier, but we'll talk about that in another video. BitRadio allows you to earn some crypto for listening to the radio. A lot of these ones aren't perfect where it's just like this, but you'll be able to earn a tiny amount, and it's like, it may be something worth checking out if you're interested. Publica allows you to publish books and do book ICOs on the blockchain, which is really cool. I may try to eventually publish my book on there when I do, because I think that'll be a fun experiment. Presearch allows you to earn crypto for using their search engine, as well as you can stake pre-tokens on certain keywords, so that when people do search, in the time it takes to do the search, they will see an ad for that keyword. So for a very long time, I had the keyword PublishOX. So if someone typed in PublishOX, they would get a link to my profile. So that was a cool way for me to just get a lot of visibility there. I think it was something like 4,000 views and like 100 and something clicks over time. And it's free, because you just need to own the tokens and then just stake them, and then you can just unstake them at any time. So that was cool. And then I eventually sold off my pre-tokens because it sort of spun down a little bit. But if you have the extra money and you want to find, interesting new ways to advertise, I recommend Presearch, because it's probably the only search related advertising I've seen using crypto. So you can check out my video on that and my interview with Colin Pape from there. Bravo Coin I did an interview with Adam Barlam, who is the CEO and the creator. You get paid in crypto to write reviews, essentially on anything. And then if people upvote your reviews and they like the way that you did your review, you will earn cryptocurrency for doing that. It is a copy of Steam, but they're doing their own thing. So that's a really cool way to earn crypto in a way that you might have not thought about before. So like if you were going to write a review for something regardless, now you could get paid for doing that. BitPatron is sort of a blockchain alternative to Patreon. Personally, I just use Float and Mines for the same thing. But if you want a whole new platform for that, you can use BitPatron. It uses Blockstack. I'm not a huge fan of Blockstack because it's a little clunky to log in and stuff, but that's just my personal take on that. Coinbase is really awesome. On Coinbase, which is an exchange, they have a earn section where all you do is you just watch like a very short video and then answer a multiple choice question for several different videos, and then you earn a bunch of free cryptocurrency that you can, as long as you're signed up to the exchange, you can get it, you can trade it, you can send it wherever you want. No problems there. So there's a bunch of different things that you can earn on here, and they're always adding new cryptos. So if you want free crypto earned in the shortest amount of time possible, it's probably going to be on Coinbase Earn. Obviously, you're limited to just what's there though. You do have to enter a wait list to get accepted, and then you get to earn. I think they just want to make sure to check that no one's like a duplicate account or something like that, because you still don't have to KYC or anything, but I highly recommend doing that. Lolly allows you to earn Bitcoin for loyalty rewards for shopping at certain brands. As long as you've got Lolly, like if you signed up and you got it on and stuff, and it's an extension that exists on your browser, as well as I think you can download the app, so that's pretty useful. Tools and resources, Cryptwork. This allows you to look for different blockchain services and companies and stuff that either just accept crypto or actually like use crypto or the blockchain. And I found this really useful, even just for finding a lot of other services that you find listed here, as well as just places that accept crypto and stuff. This was just really, really useful for having that very niche search. EOS Rex allows you to lease CPU and net for your EOS wallet, because EOS has been congested for years. If you don't lease CPU and net, it might be not possible to use your wallet if you don't want to stake a ton of money like myself. So that was the only way for me to be able to make transactions on EOS without spending a ton of money. So that's what I used, and I'm sure there's other options for that, but if you are desperate to find a way to be able to transact on EOS, this is your go-to, and I have a video on how to do that. IPSE is the Interplanetary Search Engine, which is it's essentially like a place where you can store and search for files, and just different things that are being hosted on the blockchain or in decentralized storage. A lot of different blockchain platforms use IPSE, and I've used it myself. It is a little technical, but it is very, very useful, and I highly recommend it. Loom is one of the platforms I'm using to earn passive income from staking, but there's also a lot of people that are making blockchain applications on Ethereum using Loom. So if you're into that, I would definitely recommend checking out Loom. For the average person, though, that's probably not super important. Experty is a Skype alternative to the that is using the blockchain. So that's pretty cool. Me personally, I don't use a lot of communication platforms though that use blockchain or crypto, because no one I really talk to or use any messaging applications to speak with uses any kind of blockchain stuff or would even bother to. So that's not super big for me now, but I'm sure as more and more people get into it, and I'm getting more and more involved in the crypto space, I might be using something like this or Sense Chat or something like that. Blockstack is it's a browser kind of, but it's more of like a platform or a network that there's a lot of other things built on top of. It's kind of clunky, but it's got a lot of interesting things that have been built on it that I haven't seen built elsewhere. So they definitely have a value proposition there. I just don't know how user-friendly it is the best way to put it. BlockUSign is a PDF signing solution on the blockchain utilizing Blockstack. So you'll find that there's a lot of very useful applications that were built on Blockstack that you don't see anywhere else, but a lot of people aren't really using Blockstack either. So, it really just depends what you're trying to do. If you really want a solution like this, then obviously you're going to say Blockstack is great. I'm going to use Blockstack anyways. But if the UI and stuff is a big issue for you, then you might not want to bother. BitDegree is gamified education on the blockchain. I don't know why I put educational. And there's just a lot of great stuff on there for learning, and I highly recommend checking it out. Just in terms of like learning and getting good resources and stuff, I probably need some more on the education side here. So if you guys know of any other good places to go for blockchain education, let me know. Actually, I'll probably add Blockchain Center, run by Erica Gemma, who I recently did an interview with, or at least, she is the CEO of the Miami location for the Bitcoin Center there, and she works with Blockchain Center. So they do a lot of education too, I'm pretty sure, and consulting and stuff. So I'll make sure to add their information as well, so you guys have that. For domains and human-readable crypto addresses, this is a very, very important part, because this is what's going to really help with mass adoption. And it sounds a little technical and confusing, but it's really, really important. So for both ENS and Unstoppable, you can get a crypto domain. So for Unstoppable, you can get like a .zil or a .crypto address. So scottcbusiness.crypto is what I have. And for ENS, which ends with a .eth address, I've also got one of those as well, as you can see, scottcbusiness.eth. What both of these allow you to do is, when someone is going to send me some sort of cryptocurrency, they can send it to scottcbusiness.crypto if they're on a wallet that supports that, or scottcbusiness.eth if they're on a wallet that supports that, like Metamask, for example. And what I do on the back end is I add all of my crypto addresses to both of these. And then regardless of which crypto you're sending to these addresses, as long as I've added that crypto on the back end, it will just send it to the correct address. So on MetaMask, when someone goes to send me Ethereum or whatever it happens to be, they can just type in scottcbusiness.eth and send to my crypto address. Not only is this really easy, because normally it's like a ton of letters and numbers and it's impossible to just say it. You have to like copy and paste it. Not only does it solve that, but if you type in my address wrong, it will say, oh, that's a wrong address. Whereas normally typing it out, you might misspell it, and then that doesn't matter. So for example, if I copy my address here and I put it in, it's fine to send it. But if I were to copy my address and then I was missing one single letter. Oh, well, it says it's invalid. So I guess that's not really a problem. But I mean, it depends on the wallet you're using. Sometimes it wouldn't tell you that. But the good thing here is this will automatically route to my address. Whereas if you like missed an S or something, it would say this is not found. This is incorrect. And you'd be like, oh, okay, I must have missed something. I spelt this wrong. And then you realize, and then you can just send with ease. While it did say the ETH address was wrong, you could type in a correct address that is the wrong address. There could be other wallets that don't do that, but when you're using the URL here, it will absolutely tell you, oh, that's not even existing at all. Obviously, someone could buy an incorrect address in hopes to take money from people, like the misspelled version of Trump or Kanye West or whatever it happens to be. But for the most part, for the average person, that should never be an issue. So going back to that, so you can use either of these. I mean, they both are supported on different wallets, so I'm using both of these. When you go to FIO protocol, it's a little different because while right now they're actually giving away free addresses, it's only free for a year, and it's only if you have certain wallets. But it does work on a lot of different wallets, which is great. And you can see the whole breakdown of how this works in my interview with David Gold from Dapix, which is the company behind FIO. And, it's definitely it's not at the same level of ENS or Unstoppable. But if you want to get some exposure to human readable addresses for free, at least for the first year, if you have one of these wallets, which you could just get for free, it's a good way to get you exposure to it and start testing it out. And then if you're really interested in that and you want to actually spend some money, you can try one of these, which are the much more widely used and known ones. Cointree is a solution where you can just host all of your crypto addresses in one place really easily, as well as some of your social media links and stuff too. This was designed and created by Naomi Brockwell. She's really awesome, so I highly recommend supporting her by checking this out and using it. It's also just been really awesome, really useful. People can send you messages and stuff. Speaking of which, now would be a good time to highlight the message that I recently got. Because the idea is that someone will send you a message and then you could read it on, you could read it on a video like I'm doing right now, as a way to sort of acknowledge them and thank them for their donation. So someone anonymously donated $5 to me and they said, always nice to see a fellow Canadian in crypto. Thank you so much. I don't see a lot of Canadian cryptoers or crypto influencers or content creators. So yeah, that is really cool. And I'm glad you appreciate that, because I would appreciate that as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So moving on to internet browsers. Brave browser is really, really big. I could put this in Earn Crypto, but it is really a browser, so this makes more sense. But it is an easy way for you to earn crypto by allowing ads on your browser. And that sounds kind of annoying, but let me explain. This whole time I've been using Brave browser, and in every video you've ever seen, I've been using Brave browser because by default it has an ad blocker here, and it blocks everything that comes your way. Trackers, ads, it'll automatically upgrade your connections and block scripts, tons and tons of stuff that this does here. And because everything has been removed, by default, you will never see an ad. So then if you say, okay, well, I'd like to make some money, what if I do allow ads? If you click on this, you can bring open the Brave rewards and you can enable ads. So then Brave will serve you ads, but they will also pay you a percentage of what they're getting from those advertisers. So as you can see from the last month, I've got 15 BAT pending, which is worth about $4.65 US. Getting, $4, $5 a month just for having ads on your browser, which you already have now, is awesome, because you're already getting ads. At least get paid for them, or you just remove all your ads and you have no ads, and it's still a better experience because it's also faster. And another cool thing is that with these ads, you don't get annoying, intrusive ads. They're all being blocked by Brave browser. They're just tiny little things that pop up in the corner, or if you're using it on your phone, it's just a little notification, but they're never intrusive. They don't block your screen. They don't get in your way. And you can even go and you could say oh, I didn't like this ad, and then you can remove ads from that category. Or you could say, oh, I did like this ad, so please give me more ads like this. And then that way you can sort of curate the type of ads that you're getting. So I usually only get general ads and technology and computing ads. So that's mainly about things that I like. And then sometimes I might even say something that's useful. So really, really ideal to be able to control your ad experience very in depth and actually get paid. I mean, you can't get that anywhere else, guys. It's an amazing platform. And I've included my referral link. So if you haven't downloaded it, I would really, really appreciate it if you used my link, so I get a tiny little kickback. And you can see my review right here, or my interview with Luke Malks, who works at Brave. I'm going to be doing a full guide and breakdown with 8 videos on Brave very soon. So, keep on the lookout for that. That's going to make it a lot easier for you guys to follow along and get started. And this is probably one of the easiest ways to make free money in crypto on a regular basis without having to do anything extra that you're already doing. ZeroNet you can't earn anything on, but it is open source, it's free, it's uncensorable, and they host a lot of like websites that just can't be censored. And the cool thing about ZeroNet, if I can recall correctly, is a lot of the websites are offline and downloaded to your computer, so that even if you lost internet connection, you can still continue browsing some of the sites that you're using. And it uses BitTorrent and Bitcoin cryptography for the network and to actually keep it secure. So really, really interesting project. If you're more into privacy, then maybe this is good for you. If you're more into crypto and making money, then this is probably more for you. But Brave Browser is really good with privacy and all that good stuff too. Hilo is, these are just little crypto communities. So Hilo allows you to talk and track other coins, and then you can have discussions under them and all that stuff. It's just a nice little community to do that. Coins Calendar just has tons of different events that are happening in the crypto space. Probably not super relevant right now, but maybe in the future. Cloud storage. So this is pretty cool. A lot of these are pretty early and like still, maybe beta or still in the works. So keep that in mind. Storage allows you to earn for hosting files. And then tardigrade is the same thing as storage. Like it's the opposite side of it. I don't know why they have two different platforms for it, but tardigrade is the user side where you're storing and paying other people to store your content. So this is a cool like Google Drive or Dropbox alternative using the blockchain. And then all of these are essentially the same kind of thing, but these are all using, the XOR browser is its own thing, and then this is using Blockstack. So this is really just documents and stuff, sort of like Google Docs. It's kind of like the alternative to that, whereas this is kind of like Google Storage, and then this is for web hosting. So there's a bunch of different options here. I honestly kind of forget exactly how XOR works. I can't remember if it was running on Blockstack or if it was its own thing. Okay, yeah, these are all on Blockstack. Okay, yeah, cool. I probably should have looked at this more before I got into this, but I don't like I said earlier, these are all really, really cool, all the Blockstack applications, but I don't use them because they're really like annoying to use and to sign in, and I don't know. It's just, I don't know what it is about Blockstack, but I'm just not a fan. It's so technical and like the UI is really weird. It's just not for me. I'm sure that some people would really like it, and if you want these benefits, then you're probably going to, make that happen. In terms of airdrops, so just getting like free crypto from doing little, tweeting about it or whatever it happens to be. Bunch of websites here for you guys to check out. Tons of different listings and things that you can participate in to get, different. Well, there's different things, right? There's like airdrops where it's like you just need to be signed up and you get it. Share drops, I think, is I don't even know the difference, but earn drops are where you're actually doing something to earn it. There's a bunch of different terms, but it's all generally the same thing. You're usually doing some sort of task to earn some sort of crypto from many, many different projects. And it's kind of like their small marketing initiatives where they're giving out crypto to try to get that traction. So, maybe we're checking out if you guys have some extra time and you want to see if you can get some free crypto to hold. I did a ton on BountyOX, and none of it really ever was worth anything, years later. So, it each their own. And all of my bounty is worth like nothing too, so that's unideal. Gig Marketplace, Blocklancer. This is just like a place where you can go to find different like jobs and stuff, and you can post jobs that you could do, and people could pay you in crypto, or you get paid in crypto to do the different things. So there's a lot of different things out there. I mean, you could be writing for people, you could be doing stuff for social media, you could actually be doing actual blockchain related work. So let's take a look at writing. So here they're going to ask you to write a 1,000, these are jobs that are being listed. So this person will write a 1,000 word article for you, and this is their price right here. I believe this is in Ethereum, but I'm sure you can actually go in there and check exactly. Okay, well, I'm not going to bother, but I'm pretty sure it's in Ethereum. And they might have other coins, but again, I'm not totally sure. I think it's mostly Ethereum based, but it's definitely worth taking a look at. Oh yeah, sorry, it is all Ethereum. It's all based on Ethereum. So the only unideal thing right now is because Ethereum fees are really, really high, gas fees. But otherwise, this is a really cool way to seek out people who are using crypto and pay people in crypto and then get paid in crypto for different things. It's kind of like, if you know Fiverr.com, it's kind of like the blockchain version of Fiverr. There's a lot less, obviously, right now, but I'm sure as it grows, we'll see a lot more. Just close some of these here so we can... All right. So crypto wallets. Again, there's a million wallets out there. I'm only sharing with you guys the ones that I've looked at. So, feel free to leave your suggestions in the comments below. SafePal is the cheapest hardware wallet on the market right now. It uses a unique QR code verification system, and it was invested in and backed by Binance. So that's pretty big. I have one. I've done a review here. You can check that out. And I've also done an interview with Veronica Wong, who, if I can remember correctly, was the CEO at the time, and probably still is. So yeah, you can check that out. Ledger is their big competitor. Ledger it's slightly better, but it is way more expensive. Even their cheap option is like double the price of SafePal, while their expensive option is like quadruple probably. But I use the most expensive one, and I really, really like it, which is the Nano X, and you can see my review here. And it's just been really, really good. It is a solid hardware wallet. It has Bluetooth, so it's very, very useful. But again, if you're trying to save money, you might want to go with SafePal. You can hold more cryptos on here, but SafePal can hold almost just as many. And SafePal can also do Tron. I don't think Ledger can do Tron. So, might be something that you want to consider, but for the most part, they should be able to hold anything that you really need to, like any ERC20 tokens, all that good stuff. You should be fine. Trust Wallet is a pretty good wallet. It might just be a good place to start. It's a pretty generic wallet, holds all the coins that you'll probably need. No problems there. Badger Wallet, this is one I use to store Bitcoin Cash and SLP tokens, which are tokens that you've created on Bitcoin Cash. So on memo.cash, you can create SLP tokens. I created Scott C Business, SCB, and I'm able to store that on Badger and then give that out to people in airdrops and different things like that. So that's mainly if you're dabbling in BCH stuff. Tron Link, if you're dabbling in Tron, you definitely want to use Tron Link. There's different Tron wallets that you can take advantage of, but this one's really easy. You can download the application and the extension, and then you can vote and get passive income in the form of Tron from your votes. So highly recommend. And it's been a good way to earn some nice passive income. And Tron has gone up drastically, so I wish I kept my Tron and not sold it. But I mean, my bags are still pretty full. Metamask is probably my go-to wallet for day-to-day because it holds all my ERC20 tokens, my Ethereum. It's very easy to use. They have an extension for any browser and a mobile application. It also stores all of my Real-T tokens for real estate. You can see these ones. These are my Real-T tokens. And it's just really, really useful, really easy to use, and I highly, highly recommend it. It is used with a lot of different platforms to log in and stuff, and to actually connect to a wallet. It's probably one of the most used wallets out of all my wallets on a day-to-day, in terms of using it day-to-day. So Dash Wallet is the last one, and Dash is... they have their own wallet for you to easily send and receive Dash. I just use it because it's really, really easy to use for day-to-day transactions. I could be using Badger Wallet and using BCH, but I've just found Dash to be easier and the fees are negligible. It takes seconds to send stuff. So this has been my go-to for bit refill, just so that I can really easily and quickly send stuff. Before I would use Ethereum, but now the gas fees are so high that it's really not worth it, and I just prefer to use Dash now. In terms of crypto exchanges, again, I don't really favor any exchange that much more than any other, and any exchange is gonna just be whatever you need it to be, or you'll find the exchange that will solve your needs and requirements. There's so many out there. Some are only for certain countries, all that good stuff. I'm sure for the most part, most popular exchanges are going to be fine to use. I'm literally signed up on like 30 because originally that's what I would do. I would sign up on a new exchange to be able to trade a certain coin. Now I just use swap exchanges because it's way easier. But if you insist on using exchanges, I use Binance to trade the majority of my coins because they have the most. The thing about Binance though is there's no on-ramp of fiat dollars, so you can't get your regular Canadian dollars or US dollars onto Binance. You have to do it on another exchange and then send crypto to Binance. Binance is 100% crypto trading, and if you use their coin BNB, then you can lower your fees. Coinsquare is a Canadian exchange that does have an on-ramp for fiat. That's how I originally got started. Now I use Bitvo though, because Bitvo has instant e-transfers, whereas Coinsquare does not. It usually takes up to 3 days, and if 3 days go by, the Bitcoin price could be drastically different. And by using Bitvo, I've been able to lock in my gains, right away. The only unfortunate thing with Bitvo is that they do, if you do an e-transfer, they make you hold your money for 5 days before you are able to withdraw it, but you can buy and trade. So I buy my Bitcoin, wait 5 days, and then I withdraw it. So that's not really a problem. And there is a 1% fee on that, but it's definitely worth it in my opinion, because you're going to pay fees on Coinsquare anyways. It's just going to take you way longer. And it's like that for most exchanges. It'll probably be the same on Coinbase. Coinbase is like the US or international version of Coinsquare because you can use it anywhere. The really cool thing that Coinbase does is you can get your crypto out and into fiat on PayPal. While they will track all of this and probably give it to the IRS or any tax agency in your country, it's a good way to be able to get your crypto into PayPal if that's what you're looking to do. Otherwise, use whatever exchange works best for you. And as I mentioned before, there is an earn section where you can earn free crypto as well if you don't even want to trade. Some people don't want to bother trading. You could start off just by earning and working your way up from there. I've been earning a pretty good amount, almost $1,000 in crypto every month in Canadian dollars. And it's been fantastic. I just keep reinvesting that, and it's been a great time. Coinberry is not an exchange. It is a brokerage, meaning that they will go out and look at all the other exchanges and then get you the best price. This is generally the cheapest because you're going to get the best price, but you will also pay a small fee for having that service done for you. So take that into consideration, but it should generally be cheaper. I don't know how fast it is though, because I haven't personally utilized it. I did do an interview though with Andrei Polyakov, I believe that's how you say his name, from Coinberry. So you can check that out here. And let's move on to crypto lending. So crypto lending, I've really been getting into lately. I still have to do another overview of it to kind of compare these, because originally I was like, okay, BlockFi and Nexo are the best. But I've since, learned that there's a lot of restrictions on BlockFi. They always make you re-KYC, which is so tedious and annoying. And there's a lot of restrictions around withdrawals, which I really don't like. And you can only withdraw for free once a month. Otherwise, you're paying like crazy fees, like $30 to $50, which would be like half of my money for some of the small deposits I've put in there. So BlockFi sucks on that front, but they're okay for their interest. They're the middle ground. They're like 8% for the most part for stablecoins. Nexo is the highest at 8.6. And while they still have like an approval process for withdrawals, it's pretty quick and easy. but they were involved in like some scandal or some issue or something. So, that's a little bit sketchy. Celsius is probably the like best, but they have the lowest interest at only like 6 something. I think it's just 6%. So, there's ups and downs to all these. I've got $200 on each, on different stable coins that are just earning interest every week. Also, they pay out at different intervals. So I think this is weekly. This might be weekly too. And then this one's daily. So the thing is, with daily, you're getting the most money because it's compounding the fastest. So again, that's another up for Nexo. In terms of like most things, Nexo is the best, but they have that kind of like sketchy thing going on that they're being investigated for. So, there's always ups and downs to each platform you want to use. That's why I like to diversify and kind of expose myself to all of the risks and benefits of all of them. There is a lot of other platforms, but these kind of have the best UI and the best kind of like layout and stuff. And though they're not perfect, these definitely seem to be above the rest from what I've seen. And I'll be doing another review looking at all that. You can see my original review just looking at Nexo and BlockFi. The basics, not really a full understanding of like the withdrawals and the fees and all that stuff. But when I first got started, that's kind of the original take there. So for crypto real estate, Republic.co, you can invest in a lot of different private startups, including real estate. And you can do that with crypto, or you can even buy their token and then earn from that as well. But there's certain restricted areas, and one of them was where I live in Canada, just my province for some reason. So I can't invest in this personally, but there's a lot of restrictions like that for real estate. So for example, Realty, you have to be an accredited investor to invest when you live in the US. But if you're outside of the US, you don't really have any problems with investing. So me in Canada, I have no problems investing in Realty, but for people in the US, they have problems with it, even though it is investing in the US. So, there are sometimes weird little caveats, but this has been a really, really cool platform. I still need to do a video on this, but I do talk about it in my passive income video here and on all my dividend updates, tracking my earnings from them because they pay out every few days. Normally it was every day, but with the fees being as high as they are right now for Ethereum, it's like every few days. But I'm earning a really good amount. I only have like $1,100 worth of Realty tokenized real estate, and it's paying me, I think, like 93 cents every 3 days, so about 31 cents a day. And it's been really good. The APR is about somewhere between 9 and 11% for most of them, so it averages out to be around 10%. For non-fungible tokens, I explain what the differences between fungible and non-fungible tokens are, but essentially they're just like unique cryptocurrencies. So for example, Bitcoin is fungible because no matter what Bitcoin you have, no matter where it was created or stored, it's the same value, it's the same Bitcoin. Non-fungible tokens are like unique tokens. So if you know like CryptoKitties or any of these different like games or things that create collectibles that are completely unique and there is no other same one, those are NFTs, and they're typically stored in like Ethereum wallets, like Ethereum ERC. I think it's ERC 720 tokens are collectibles, or 780 or something. I don't know. It's not ERC 20. It's a different thing. I honestly forget it off the top of my head, but it's in the video. I explain all of that for you guys if you're curious about fungible and non-fungible tokens. And then if you're interested in actually getting into that, so like you can trade them on OpenSea, you can start earning them on Grow Your Base, which is owned by another cool crypto influencer, Steve. Oh no, I don't know his last name. Steve something. Steve Crypto. Sorry, Steve. Mintable is where you can create and manage your own NFTs. So that's also really, really cool. I haven't actually tried that yet, but the process looked pretty easy. So maybe I'll try that very soon and do some tutorials on how to actually create your own NFTs, because I want to eventually create NFT badges for all of my episodes and then sell those badges as a way for people to sort of like sponsor an episode. I think that'll be kind of cool. People also do this with like cards and different games and tons of different stuff. Lastly, we have music. A few different music platforms that I've used and tested myself: Tune, MusicCoin, Dsound, and Emanate. They're all just different platforms where you can post music, listen to music, and earn for the music that you've shared if people listen to it or like it. So that's pretty much everything, you guys. I know there's probably a million things that I didn't cover. There's probably a million wallets and exchanges and things that you guys wanted me to include. So comment those below, and then on the next iteration of this, I will ensure to take a look at those and recommend them if you guys are interested in that. But I just wanted to sort of keep my focus on these main ones for now that I've actually tested and already used. I also didn't want this to just become, you know, some crazy list with like hundreds and hundreds of things. So I wanted to kind of keep it to the things that I've used and tested and recommend. I will make those updates for the 2 things that I need to add before I actually get this posted. But let me know, what do you guys think of all these? What are your thoughts on, you know, just different resources, tools, platforms in the crypto space and blockchain space? I haven't included anything related to social media because that's going to be an entire review on its own. There's like 150 platforms I'm looking at. It's honestly ridiculous. This is going to be an appended thing added to that list, just because it was so long and I needed to just make it smaller. So this removed about 2,400 words from that and just made it a little bit smaller. So now it's only like, I don't know, like 16,000 words or whatever it happens to be, but it is quite a lengthy document. So for now, we've got this one. Let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear of any new things that I don't already have here or that you think I should have included. And again, I will take a look at those and make sure to include them in the next one. Let me know what you guys think of everything I have taken a look at, and what platforms are you using? What is the best for you? Where do you like to trade? What is the best way to trade? What are the things that you guys are using? I'd love to hear from you guys. So let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching this video to the very end. Since you did, it'd be awesome if you could give this video a like and comment #1ham in the comments below. Also, it'd be awesome if you could subscribe to this channel and follow me anywhere under @ScottCBusiness, because I'm basically on every platform. You can find all the platforms that I am mainly using though at www.scottcbusiness.com. You can also find all my social links as well as my crypto addresses if you'd like to donate to me on Cointree at cointr.ee/ScottCBusiness. And you can also donate directly by donating to scottcbusiness.crypto or scottcbusiness.eth with supporting wallets. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. I'm Scott Cunningham, aka Scott C Business, signing off. Cheers.